Hey guys, what's up? Today's video is going to be pretty quick and easy. It's going to be an MLA formatting review. It's something that you guys could probably do in your sleep at this point, having had me for 2 years. And of course, the Purdue OWL website's always a great resource. It'll tell you more than I could tell you in an hour. But I just wanted to walk back through it for those of you who may be a little bit rusty on it, since we are submitting an essay. The Outsiders essay is due by midnight Friday. I've got the submissions open as of, I think, about 7:25, 7:30 this morning. So you can go ahead and submit that if you're done with it at any point you like, though you don't have to feel pressured to do that up until, Friday. Take into account any technical difficulties you may have if you're going to be out of town or your internet might go down or something like that. Let me know ahead of time, so I know that it might be a little late. I'll try to work with you on that because I know we're in a weird time. But again, due by midnight Friday, assuming everything goes normally. Also, today's assignment is going to be a question that will be at the end of this video. So if you don't watch the video, you won't know the question. And that'll be our only assignment today because I want us working on our essay mainly. We are going to have a short answer quiz on the Outsiders towards the middle of this week. I want to say Wednesday and Thursday for each class respectively. And that'll be, 3, 4, maybe 5 short answer questions where you give me about 3 or 4 sentences per answer. And I'm going to count that as probably 25, 30 point quiz grade. Because we need another quiz grade, and that'll be something good that'll help pull your grade up. Now, if you don't put effort into it, it could also pull your grade down. But it's not going to be anything terribly difficult. It'll be things that we've discussed before and talked about, but that I want to hear your opinions on. All right, with that said, I'm going to walk you through how to set this up in MLA formatting. I don't think I'm forgetting anything important. Almost done with the year. All right, so, and bear with me while I type this one-handed. So first thing we're going to do is make sure our font's Times New Roman. Next thing we do, make sure we're 12 font. Then, go to formatting. And this is in Google Docs. Word's a little bit different, but it's very similar. Set our line spacing to double. Insert page number. And you're going to put it at the top right. There's our page number. Then you're going to type your last name. Bear with me again, I'm typing this one-handed. Okay. There we go. And always when you do your page number, click on it. And if it's not Times New Roman 12 font, because sometimes the page number sets differently than the rest of the paper, highlight it and go up there and change it. In my case, it did set it correctly. Sometimes it won't. All right, then we need our header over on the left side. Now do not type this up there at the top with your page number. You click onto the first line of the actual paper, not up there in the margin. You should have 1-inch margins by default if you don't change that. That'll be in formatting as well, I believe. Not really sure where that is on, it's probably indentions on Google Docs. I know on Word there's an actual margin setting. All right, so then you'll want my name, and then English 7 is all you have to put. You don't have to put 7A or 7B or 7-1, 7- whatever the other one is. Actually, I think you guys are like 7-2 and 7-6 or something weird. Anyway, and then you put the date when it's due, which is again this Friday. So that's going to be 8 May 2020 in MLA formatting, which is the European style of date formatting. So everything on this header and page number is exactly like it should be on yours, with the exception of this first line being your name, and obviously that being your last name there. And now, of course, when I set my page number like this, if I tabbed or spaced all the way down to a new page, it would pop up Jones 2 automatically. So if you do that and it doesn't pop up your last name 2, then you've made a mistake somewhere. All right, so then we're going to put a title. Now with titles, the thing you need to realize is the only part of the title that would be italicized is the title of the novel itself. So if you put the title of The Outsiders in your paper's title, which you probably should, that would be italicized, not the whole title of your essay. You don't bold or underline anything in your essay either. So I'm just going to name this something kind of generic that has to do with our essay. So intertextuality. Surprised I could type that one-handed. How do I go? Italicized. There we go. Intertextuality in The Outsiders. Okay, so notice nothing in that title besides the title of the novel itself is capitalized, okay? Italicized, sorry. That's the only part that's italicized. Nothing else is. That's the way it should be. You could name your essay Intertextuality in the Outsiders. That would be fine. Hopefully yours is a little bit more specific, though. You might say something like the importance of Paul Newman in the Outsiders, or um, Jack London's novels' effect on the Outsiders, or Gone with the Wind in the Outsiders, something like that. Intertextuality between Nothing Gold Can Stay and the Outsiders. And of course, if you put Nothing Gold Can Stay in the title or type it, it needs quotes around it, okay, because it's a poem. So it would be, quote, Nothing Gold Can Stay, quote. So that's pretty straightforward. Again, I want this to be 5 paragraphs. That's not anything that you're not used to. Intro, 3 bodies, conclusion, thesis statement with 3 points. Some people in 7B are still struggling with what the actual prompt is, which again tells me you didn't watch the video. So I'm asking you to pick one of the 4 things that I talked about with either Gone with the Wind, Nothing Gold Can Stay, Jack London's novels, or Paul Newman. Talk about why you think it's important in The Outsiders, why you think it's mentioned, and give me 3 reasons why. That's the intertextuality part I get is throwing some of you off. It is a complicated word, and it can be a complicated idea at higher levels, but what I'm asking you to do with it right now is just tell me why Hinton, the author, mentions one of those 4 things. Pick one of them, stick to 3 reasons why. And again, if you go back to that video where I talked about the 4 different things, I gave you the page numbers they show up on. I talked about them a good bit. That'll be a good jump start if you're uncertain. That was from a couple weeks ago, I think. So go back and look at that if you're not sure. We will have to have a works cited page for this, and we will have to do in-text citations. I think tomorrow I'm going to have a video up that talks about in-text citations, gives an example of a few, and shows you a works cited page. I'll probably go ahead with the works cited page and cite The Outsiders and maybe like Call of the Wild and Gone with the Wind both, to give you an example of how to cite multiple things on a page, even though you're at most going to have 2 sources, probably just going to have the one. But that's just for future information to help you out. So today's question, which will be just discussion question on Google Classroom, it'll be posted this morning, is what was your favorite novel we read this year? I know most of you are going to say The Outsiders, which is fine. It's just to make sure that you watch the video and are paying attention, because I'm having to kind of check on some of you, because some of you are trying to skate by without doing it. So just, what was your favorite novel we read this year? You can tell me why if you want. You obviously don't have to. It's just, if you just post simply the title of the novel, I'm good with that. Again, I'm just checking to make sure you watch the video for today. Be prepared for the short answer quiz later in the week. Be working on your essay. I'm trying to give you plenty of time to get that done. And if you need any feedback on it, if you're uncertain about something, you can always email me and ask me. If by, say, midday today, if by lunchtime today you have any grades from the past week or 2 that you've turned in that I have not put on RenWeb, email me what it was, because again, I'm keeping track of 115, 120 students and having to keep up with what they've turned in, what they haven't, and a lot of kids are missing assignments because of online difficulties and all that, which is fine, but just bear with me and know that sometimes an assignment may slip through the cracks on my end. Just let me know, send me an email, and I'll try to get it fixed. But yeah, give me until about lunchtime today, and if you don't have it on RenWeb, then shoot me an email, let me know, and I'll get it done. All right, see you guys.